Okay. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another Markland Monday. Just wanted to say thank y'all for everyone. I know it's a Labor Day weekend, so just want to say thank y'all for coming through. Okay. All right. Just had to take care of some real quick business. Sorry about that, y'all. But anyway, welcome to another Markland Monday. Today's topic is going to be shooting your shot. The reason why this one came up was, well, one is just a part of the dating process. You got to start somewhere, right? And with that, what that means is, how do you approach the person? How do they come at you? I mean, how do they, say, hey, what's happening? What's going on with you? I really like, what I'm looking at, that kind of thing. But also, how do you receive the person shooting their shot? Because at the end of the day, you got to start somewhere. Like I said, you got to be able to approach that person. And I was having a few conversations with people, as you know, I always do. If y'all know me, y'all know I love just talking to people, getting to know people, that kind of thing. And one of the things that we spoke about was like just the approach that guys took towards her. And she knew instantly what they had to offer. And as we got to talking, it kind of made me realize that when a man shoots his shot, you can tell the ammo that he has when he's doing so. And by that, what I mean is, hey, the strength of their ammo, the strength of their arsenal is going to dictate how or what they do. So, for instance, if it's about his looks, whether he has money, whether he has power, whether it's just about sex, or whether it's a sense of humor, that kind of thing, it's all in how he does it. It's all in how he does his approach. What up, Alicia? I see you down there. And also, y'all, hey, throughout this entire thing, please, throughout this entire live, make sure that you just leave a comment. I'm looking at them. I see when y'all come in. Also, you see those reaction buttons. Make sure you hit them if you like what I'm saying. If you don't, let me know, because it's all about you guys. It's all about us, communicating. Hey, what's going on, CMD? Making out there. I love that. Thanks for the support, brother. But as we were saying, it's all about the approach. It's all about how you approach that person. Now, some people, it used to be like you just slide up to, hey, what's happening, mom? But now it's all about jumping into DMs. And even then, regardless of how you get there, at the end of the day, you got to get there. And that's something that a lot of dudes just don't realize. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys these days don't realize that it's all in the approach. Also, on the flip side as well, though, in fact, this is something that my godson pointed out. Not every compliment or friendly gesture that a man gives you is necessarily about him shooting his shot. I mean, it's kind of sad that we live in a day and age where, if you just say, hey, what's going on? Or, hey, you have something, or how are you? It can be regarded as you trying to hit up on them or that kind of thing. And in reality, you're just being friendly. But fellas, on the flip side, a woman doesn't owe you a damn thing. Just because you approach her, just because you shoot your shot, you best believe that she can slap that shit back into the damn seats, because guess what? She doesn't owe you a thing. And also, we have to realize, we as men, we as kings, we as the leaders have to realize that women sometimes walk in fear of a man's aggression, because guess what? Dudes don't know how to take rejection these days. It's kind of sad. And I'm going to do a topic. It's going to be called dating safety. But shout out to my godson. Like I said, DJ, when he brought up this topic, it really got me thinking about that. It's like, yo, you know what? That is true. A lot of times, it's like, hey, mom, why don't you smile for me, or that kind of thing. And a woman doesn't know how to react, because now you've put her in the position of where, damn, she's your puppet. Basically, she's got to smile because, on command. But if she doesn't smile, I'm sure you've seen it, and hopefully the dudes that are following me and, as we work towards developing dating, etc., you realize that, what I'm saying, you've seen some dudes, it's like, well, all right, then, F you, bitch, and all this other stuff, just because she doesn't give you the time of day. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't give you what you want because you feel like she owes you something. You can't do that. But on the flip side, ladies, just because a man says, hey lady, hey Miss Lady, how you doing? That kind of thing. Or just giving you a compliment. Hey, you looking nice today, that kind of thing. You ain't got to hit him with the, I got a boyfriend, I got a man. It ain't that drastic, y'all. Okay. I think that if both sides, both men and women, can come to a point where, we accept each other and it's a little bit easier, then I think dating as a whole would be a little bit easier. I think we need to go back to 90s R&B, because that's when, it was romance through songs. That's how dudes learn how to approach a women. Now is a whole different ball game when it comes to the approach, when it comes to the shooting of the shot, all that other stuff. So just want to put that out there. And like I said, we're going to do a topic on dating safety. Like my man CMD said, we're going to be on the defense, but actually it's going to be on both sides, because here's the thing. To be a good winner, you have to be a good loser. That doesn't mean you have to accept losing. You just have to learn how to grow, to develop, and to go out there and be better next time. I think a lot of cats these days don't know how to accept rejection, and that's caused so many things. You hear it all the time in the newspaper, on social media. This idiot dude telling me, well, if I can't have her, nobody can. And he shoot up everybody, blowing up the house, and all that dumb shit. It's like, yo, not everybody's for you. If you approach a woman with respect and she rejects you and says, hey, no, thank you, but thank you for, the compliment, or whatever the case may be, live with that. You know what I'm saying? Take that L, keep it pushing. But all that extra stuff, man, it definitely is not called for. Like I said, you let me know if you've been in that kind of situation before. If you're just walking down the street, mind your own business, a man approaches you, ladies, and you're like, hey, you know what? No, thank you. Or on the flip side, fellas, a woman, he's like, hey, how you doing, ma'am? And she shoots you down, that kind of thing. How that makes you feel. I definitely want to hear from everyone that's out there. All right. So, like I said, now, as I was talking to my friend, she was telling me that she's got plenty dudes that jump in her DMs, that try to holler at her, and, it's like, hey, beautiful, and then silence, because they don't know how to make the next move. You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, if you shoot your shot, have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Know what you want. Don't just holler at her and then don't have no conversation, which kind of goes back, touching back on what I was just saying. A dude, he either has his looks, he has money, he has power, he has sex, he has sense of humor. All right. Me, I know I'm not the cutest cat out there, so I know I better rely hard on my sense of humor, because I gotta make you laugh. That way, when you're laughing, you're not necessarily looking at me real close, because I know if you're looking at me close, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, something wrong with this cat. He a funny looking brother. But anyway, it's all about your approach. But also, once you shoot your shot, if it goes in, you got to be able to come on through. All right. What up, Jason? Thanks for joining. So it's all about your shot. And then once you hit that shot, you got to have that game. And a lot of dudes, like I said, they can't handle the rejection, because quite honestly, they don't have no conversation about themselves. All right. Because your money can only get you so far, but it's hard to have a conversation about money. And once the woman gets tired of that, yeah, she going to spend your bread. But once it's gone, then what? The same thing about sex. I mean, if you shooting your shot trying to holler at her, I don't know how many dudes or women I've spoken to that know good and well that after 2 or 3 lines, here comes the dick pic. He's just throwing that thing at him like, I guess it's supposed to work. I mean, me personally, every time I did it, I got laughed at, because well, anyway, it doesn't work, fellas. It's all about conversation. This dating thing, I don't care if you're already married to somebody or if you're shooting your shot. Dating is a constant process, and it's not just about, what you have, meaning your thing. Like I said, not your thing as in, like I said, a dick pic, but your thing as in, I'm a CEO of this company, or sex, or like I said, the money, the power, whatever. If you don't have something to bring to the conversation, just because you slide up in them DMs, it's gonna run out real quick, and then next thing you know, you're gonna get left on red. And that brings me to something else. Fellas, let me know, be real out there. Has this happened to you? Let me know in the comment section. You shot your shot, meaning, you know what I'm saying, you hit it with the eye emojis in the chat, whatever the case may be, and you can feel it vibing or whatever. You shoot her that message in the DM, and then, all right, is she gonna respond? She leaves you on red. Y'all know what it is. That has got to be the, woo. Man, I know my boys out there can relate. Women too. I mean, I'm sure it's happened to y'all where it's like, you're trying it out, you're shooting your shot, and then nothing. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you go back to the message later on, okay, damn, she still ain't seen it. Then you start wondering, okay, maybe she's busy, whatever. But then you see her talking, it's like, God damn, that kind of thing, all right? Oh man, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Michelle Roberts just said the "What You Doing" guy is still sitting in my inbox. Y'all, we talked about that a couple weeks ago. You know what it is, either the "What You Doing" or the "Good Morning Beautiful." Fellas, that ain't shooting your shot. That is, damn, that you sitting on the bench with that one. You ain't gonna get in the game, coach. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. If that's all you have is "What You Doing" or "Good Morning Beautiful" or that kind of thing. Nah, you gotta come better than that. Which is what I am trying to do, which is what I am doing as far as this whole Markland Monday thing, my books, which are about romance, which are about, dating, African American dating, that kind of thing. It's about us coming together, man and woman, learning and dating. Like I said, the dating process doesn't stop once you become a couple. It doesn't stop once you get married. It doesn't stop, once you meet that person, you're continuously dating them. Foreplay, and I'm gonna have a conversation on this one too. Foreplay for me starts via text, right? The first time you hit her up, it's like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? What up, Juan? Hey, speaking of which, my man Juan, I love how he shot his shot to get with his lady. It's like, I just love how you did it. So I may touch on that one in a minute, but hey, if you don't mind, just drop it in the comment section so everybody else can see it. But anyway, back to what I was saying, as far as dating is how you connect with a person, but shooting your shot is how you make the connection. So like I was saying, the "What You Doing" and "What You Doing" and "Come on, Good Morning Beautiful," it's got to be more than that. You got to have a conversation, and part of that also is not just shooting a shot because she got a fat ass or a fat butt, whatever the case may be. It's got to be more than that. There's got to be something of substance that attracts you to the person, because that substance is what's going to lead to the conversation, and the conversation is what's going to lead to dating. And then the more you date, the more you learn. And guess what? It may not work out. And like we were just saying earlier, as far as taking that L, things don't necessarily work out. But with every person that you deal with, you learn to be a better person yourself. As a man, you learn how to be a better man. You learn the things that work. You learn the things that don't. As a woman, you learn the things that work for you. And you also learn the things that you will and will not accept. Pam, Cena Springle down there, she says the exact same things. Her inbox is full of highs and the "What You Doing," but nothing else to engage you. So you know what? And speaking of which, I'm gonna dig into that a little bit. What are the things that you would rather a man who is shooting his shot? Y'all ladies know how you are. Y'all back there looking like some judges in a gymnastics competition. You're like, okay, his shot, I'm gonna give that one a 10, that kind of thing. It's like, because y'all already know what it is. As women, y'all have been getting approached by men since you started developing. But us dudes, we're not that bright. I've said that. I'm going to continue to say it. So it's one of those things as, what do you want, or what would keep the stimulation, as you said? Something that, like Pam is saying on there, a kind of stimulation. Now, for some, it's that hot girl summer. I've seen it work. I don't know how. It's like, hey, I can take you here, I can take you there. That goes back to what I was talking about with the arsenal that the man is using to shoot his shot. That kind of thing. What up, Terry? Thanks for joining the conversation, y'all. Once again, just for everyone that's joined in, the conversation tonight on Markland Mondays is about shooting your shot. One of the things that we're talking about is, we've discussed so far is, what is it how do you shoot your shot first and foremost? And that's, whether it's men to women, because y'all women have them sly ways of shooting your shot. Y'all just walk by and make eye contact, and to y'all, that's shooting your shot. And us dudes, like I said, we ain't that bright. We get so confused, like, okay, what do we do? Is it, hashtag me too? Should I go or should I stay? That kind of thing. It can get a little confusing, but that's another topic that, like I said, we're going to touch on that one in a couple weeks. But also at the same time, dudes, how do you shoot your shot? How do you approach a woman and say, hey, what's going on? How are you? That kind of thing. Michelle Roberts, she said, just ask her out. Yeah, but that sounds good. It really does, just ask you out, but I don't know. No. I've tried that, but then for whatever reason she got offended, because I told her she could supersize it, and but anyway, she took offense to that. So asking somebody out doesn't necessarily work, but I mean, I guess to your greater point is what you're saying is, hey, say exactly what you want. If you want to go out with them, say, hey, what are you doing on Friday or Saturday, or what are your, do you have plans for this weekend? If she says no, make plans. All right, now that's something that we're definitely going to talk about. I'm gonna touch on it tonight, but we're gonna dig into this one. Fellas, ladies, if you want to take somebody out, plan something. Fellas, if you're gonna take somebody out, plan something. Plan it. On my Instagram, I used to do, dating suggestions. There's no excuse that you done hit her up in the DMs. You done shot your shot. You did your thing, and now it's like, hey, so what you want to do? Well, I don't know what you want to do. No, hey, okay, you know what? Cool. Check this out. There's such and such going on this weekend. You want to go? Make plans and then follow through with them. If you say you're gonna be there at 8, be there at 7:55. Follow through. It is amazing how things will go so much better if you make plans. Okay, make plans. You gotta do that. All right, so that's first and foremost. Shooting your shot, you got to do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. But at the same time, once you make that contact, make that connection, like Pam Cena Springer was saying, you have to make sure that there's some kind of stimulation. Make sure you keep the conversation going. In other words, it's not one of those things of, damn, baby, you got a fat ass, and I don't know how many times you can type that into a DM. It's got to be more than that. Same thing. Damn, with you ladies, if you shooting your shot, hey, it's 2019. Do your thing. If you see something you like, go after it. But at the same time, it's got to be more than, ooh, I like your car. No, you got to bring more to the table than that. All right. So like I said, it's all about shooting your shot, following through, and then having more than that, than just, the superficial stuff. All right. So, like I said, y'all, just touching bases on, as far, we were just talking about, the conversation tonight is about shooting your shot. Basically, what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is the dating progression. All right. So what we're going to talk about is the very first step is you see someone that's attractive to you, you reach out to them, you shoot your shot, right? You're like, hey, how you doing, mom? Me personally, like I said, I ain't the prettiest person out there. I ain't the cutest. You know what I'm saying? I am, what they call it, handsome, especially when the light's off. I'm damn near fine when the lights are off, but I'm kind of cute when they're on. So I have a sense of humor. That's what I use to approach women. I always have. All right. Now my man Juan, he's telling a story about how he shot his shot with his lady. He was on a post just talking to her, and all of a sudden he's like, hey, well, I reached out to you, but you didn't say anything. She's like, what? She went, checked it out, and she's like, you sure you did something? It turns out that he really hadn't, but guess what? He got her attention. And just like my man says, the rest is history. Why? Once he did get her attention, he kept it. He kept her stimulated with good conversation. He approached her like a man should, dated her, and like he said, the rest is history. So that's what it's about, y'all. There is no tried and true way to do it. I mean, you ain't gotta, hey, what's happening, mama? No, you approach the way you'd want to be approached, and then you keep their attention with what keeps your attention, because if not, it's gonna be a wrap sooner rather than later. So once again, y'all, just want to say thank you. Want to wrap this one up for the night, keeping it short and sweet. I know it's a Labor Day holiday, and y'all probably got the meat sweats out there about to pass out, because I know it's been one of those days. Just want to make sure that, hey, y'all, thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for joining me. As usual, make sure if you haven't purchased one of my books, I've got 2 of them, Desperately Seeking Exclusivity and Desperately Seeking Pleasure. They're both available from Amazon on both paperback and Kindle, as well as other devices as well. So please, I thank y'all for supporting me. Thank y'all for purchasing my books, and I look forward to seeing y'all next week. Y'all enjoy the rest of your holiday, and have